What is going on, guys? Thunderman here, and welcome back to Pokemon Legends ZA, where today we are here to meet up with Grisham and actually win the promotional battle to go to rank A. But the thing is, we never knew Grisham would actually work at a coffee shop and would be in Team Flare. So let's go. After, okay, I thought it was gonna be like, Don's here, so. Oh, there they are. Team Flare. Grizel, look at you, waiting like a good little boy. Well, screw you too, Grizel. Shark? I imagine you must be asking yourself why we want to meet at such a spot. Yeah, why here of all place? This is the Sander Cafe. So this place been abandoned. It was a very important place for anyone in Team Flare, though now it is an empty storefront. No one has any desire to rent a location so closely associated with such a disreputable group. And since no one wants it, we've taken the liberty of continuing to use it as a base for Team Flare, or more rightly, for Team Flare Novu. You do know about Team Flare, don't you? Honestly, not really. Like, at all. I don't know for sure. I didn't even know Team Flare was a thing. You don't even know? Of course you don't. How could someone like you ever understand? Grizel. Grisham, this kid is our enemy. Oh shoot. He's nothing but an obstacle to all the goals we hope to achieve for Team Flare Novu. There's no point in trying to explain everything to someone like this. Let's just get rid of him? Get rid of me? Like what? Kill me? The world has not been kind or forgiving toward those of us who were a part of Team Flare. I'm afraid it's all too understandable. Sad though it is, that some harden their hearts in response, like Grizel has done. My apologies. I'm afraid there's simply no stopping Grizel once she is set on course of action. Though it will mean revealing your battle tactics to me before our promotion match. But I must ask, please, won't you grant Grizel the battle she desires? Grizel wants to battle me before I battle Grisham? Oh boy, this is going to be hard. Fight me. I will, and I'll win. Here we go. I'm going to burn you to the ground. There won't be enough of you left to fight in the ZA Royale. So Grisham is the last person to battle. Well, kind of the last person to battle before my championship. Alright, let's see what Grizel has. Talonflame. Alright, here we go. I was not locking on. Ooh, Aerodactyl. Damn it. Gotcha. She has 5 Pokemon? Damn it! Damn it. Gotcha. Break. Of course she's gonna. Shoot. I have an idea. Break. Yes! I knew that Perish song actually helped a lot. Yes! I lost. My Pokemon lost. That was well fought. I expected nothing less from Team MG's new ace, the one who seeks to save Lumio City. Where did I get that? I think it's time for a little coffee break. Voila, 1 Ember Roast, our signature drink at Nobu Cafe. Where did they even bring that? Where did they even have that? For villains, they sure do seem nice, I guess. Now that we're all feeling refreshed, allow me to teach you about the true history of Team Flare and what it is we hope to accomplish. Please join us inside. Okay. The fire red of Lysander's burning passion. This is what fills this Lysander Cafe. And here, in this place, I'd like to explain to you why I chose to battle in the Zia Royale. Shall we begin with Team Flare? You see, the group known as Team Flare provided a place for people to come together and help one another, all to achieve a more beautiful world. However, our leader, a man named Lysander, grew disillusioned with humanity over time. Fearing what the future might bring, he set his sights on a new goal of his own: to reduce the number of people in the world. In the end, Lysander made a truly foolish choice. He chose to use the ultimate weapon. Do you know about the ultimate weapon, which nearly burned the Kalos region off the map? Groudon? That weapon was AZ's creation. Okay, so it's not Groudon, but AZ's creation. Is it Floette? The rare Floette? You may only see AZ as the kindly figure who has provided you with a place to call home. But if he had never built something so horrifying as that ultimate weapon, then Lysander would have never been driven to such madness. And we in Team Flare wouldn't have become society's outcasts. And now it appears AZ is out to save, quote unquote, Lumiose, relying on the support of your Team MZ. Honestly, it's laughable. My apologies. I imagine you don't know how to respond to such an unexpected outpouring. And of course, you might not even believe a word that I've said. That is why I invite you, Rio 28, to witness the truth yourself. The truth? You'll see. Open sesame. Really? Open sesame. Is that the best word you can do to... Okay, never mind. Beyond that door lies the former Lysander Labs. Oh. Oh. It was a facility used for research in the days when Team Flare was still active. And it was down there that we learned AZ's secrets for ourselves. That is where we learned of the terrible weapon that AZ created. What is this weapon they speak of? You must see the truth with your own eyes if you are to fully understand how awful it is. So is Team Flare not villains? But mainly the good guys and AZ's the villain? Or is it that AZ's the hero and Team Flare is the villain? The Lysander Labs was designed to be a labyrinth. And of course plenty of wild Pokemon have taken over the place since it was abandoned. You might be done in before you ever get to see the truth for yourself. So what Pokemon are in Lysander's research? I can't believe I'm actually going Go in there. Oh. Wow. Golly. Maple, I figured enough time had passed for you to have gotten yourself in some trouble. Let me guess. You're down in Lysander Labs. That is true. If so, there should be an elevator right in front of you. See it? That I do. You need to find an elevator key. There should be one lying around there somewhere. Oh, great. Now I need to find the key. The door seems to be locked. The letter A is displayed on the console. Oh, great! It's a freaking maze. Ooh, how do? Ow. Here's... Oh, supply unit. Oh! Oh, hey! Well, that did the thing. Okay, so it's not a maze. Oh, I love key! Yay! Right. Damn it. Ooh! Dog paws, nice. Okay, looks like that's nothing. So we found the lab A. That should take me back. Where's the door? Alright. Nope, that's a dead end. Hmm? Oh, jeez. Gotcha. This looks promising. Power on. Hey, the lights are on too. Nice. Oh, there's the thing. How do I get in? Frick. Did I do a bingo? Frick, no. Yes. B. Yes. This might take a while. Nailed it. I can't see a thing. Ah, found it. Alley-oop. Nice. Yay, now I can find. Oh god. Yes. Now I can see. Oh. Okay. thought that was a shiny, but not. Gotcha. That messes with the key. Yes! Lab key. Lab card key. C. Yes! Whew. Where's the door? Ah, here's. Yes. Okay, never mind. That is okay. An Aegis test floats in the way. It looks like you'll have to defeat it to continue ahead. Great! It's Aegis slash and shoot. Okay. Right. Gotcha. Yes. I guess that must be it. Elevator key. Found it. Man, that took forever. What is this? It's one of the standing stones that line Route 10 all the way to the ruins of in Geosenge town. These stones apparently behave in a mysterious manner. They usually emit energy, but when the ultimate weapon is activated, that reverses. They then begin to absorb energy from Pokemon attached to them. Well, that doesn't sound good. Alright, let's go to Satchel, Magnet Potion, Lucario, Emboar, and Greninja. Okay. Looks like the only way in is down. Yay! Now I can use. Okay. B2, B3. Basement dirt floor? Wait, no. What's that B2? Absolutely nothing. It goes to nowhere. Really? Okay. Okay. And now to basement third floor. Dead end there. So it's this way. Hi. What the heck? Some of the machinery powered back on in response to your presence. Security check initialized. Possession of all key cards has been confirmed, commencing partial reboot of systems. System rebooted. Voice guidance enabled. Voice guidance? Uh-oh. 4 files are available for playback. File 1, the device. File 2, the fuel. File 3, the legends? And file 4, our shared dream. Which file would you like to review? Which one should I do first? Let's go from 1 to 4. Yeah, let's go down the line. The device. The device that grants life. The device was created 3,000 years ago, 3,000 years in the past. It was originally designed to restore life to a Pokemon that had perished. We have found this ultimate weapon buried in the earth beneath Geosenge Town. It has been well preserved. We believe we can have it operational with a little work, but we have not yet found the necessary key to activate the weapon. We believe AZ should still possess it, since he was the machine's creator. We must find him and capture him without delay. The fuel. The device that grants fuel, or the device that grants life, in fact, grants the deceased life stolen from other Pokemon. This is because the basic function of the device is to distill energy into its purest form, then emit that distilled energy. This emission can be This emission can take the form of convection, radiation, or conduction. Thus, life can be conducted back into a Pokemon that had lost its own, allowing it to be revived. What then would occur if we were to fuel the device from the energy of a legendary Pokemon? Legendary Pokemon? Could be like Yveltal or... I mean, I already wrote down the Pokemon names that I need to find in my Pokédex. But let's do the legend. Kalos is said to have 2 legendary Pokemon. Xerneas, which represents life and rebirth, and Evedel, representing destruction and death. The power to grant life and the power to steal life. These are mysterious abilities that even science has not been able to decode. What would happen if we were to use such power to activate the ultimate weapon? Which file would you like to review? Our shared dream. As the world grows wealthier, the number of Pokemon and people will only continue to grow. And that growth will invite new difficulties. In time, life will fill every corner of the planet until no more life can be sustained. When there is only one of something, it cannot be shared. When something cannot be shared, it will be fought over. And when something is fought over, some must survive without it. The only way to create a world where people live in beauty, a world without conflict or theft, is to reduce the number of living things. My comrades in Team Flare, the time has come to lead the world toward a more beautiful future. Zygarde! Have you learned the center? That's L. Have you learned the secret of the ultimate weapon? How truly abominable it was. AZ created that weapon. Then 1,000 years later, he also made a device that now dwells within Prism Tower. L? But how? Why are you here? I mean, we already know L, but how? Zygarde seemed to wish that I'd come to this place. I lost most of my memories, and yet this place does bring back something. See? But I remember most clearly is what I remember most clearly is AZ. When I spoke with him 5 years ago, through the bars of his cell, I did not know his true intent, but I did learn of the device within Prism Tower. I set my mind on activating both the ultimate weapon and that device. But to activate the device requires a certain Pokemon. One particular Floette. The one with the flower. And there was no way to know where that Floette could be found. Technically in the motel or hotel. That led me to abandon my plans for the tower's device. But the ultimate weapon could still be activated using the key AZ carried. Past tense, carried. And so I did. There was an explosion. I remember that much, though I cannot recall the cause of it. Perhaps the weapon was incomplete. I was buried deep in the earth, together with Team Flare's secret base. But you're still alive. Zygarde saved me. It worked to protect all living creatures in the area from the light raining down. The deadly light of the ultimate weapon. In doing so, Zygarde exhausted its own power. but at the weapons activation, the device in Prism Tower awakened as well, sensing danger. Now it has become a threat to Lumios. It could fully lose control at any time. To stop the device and protect the city, Zygarde must remain its true power. It has given me a mission. Sooner or later, the tower will enter a frenzied state similar to Rogue Mega Evolution. The one who can bring it back under control is AZ Silhouette. Yes, we need the Eternal Flower, and a trainer who can draw forth her full power. That is truth. That's the truth I know. And now you have learned all that those young people waiting in the Lysandre Cafe wanted you to learn. Go and speak with Grisham and with AZ, then do what must be done. Oh boy. This is crazy, guys. Very, very crazy. Alright, let's talk with Grisham. Did you see Lysandre? I met him inside. To think that he is still alive. And yet he doesn't seem to remember us in the slightest. How could he just forget? It's all because of him that the rest of us. Grizel, there will be a time for such things later. And you, Real 28, you now know the truth of AZ's sins. And so I make this request of you. Get AZ's Floette and give her to me. Excuse me? What would I do with this? Wait, why would I do a thing like that? What about what Floette wants? That just What about what Floette wants? You must see it by now. With AZ's special Floette, we should be able to keep Prism Tower controlled. Everything we've learned points to that conclusion. We must stop the tower from going on a rampage if we're ever to achieve the kind of beautiful world Team Flare once dreamed of. And if we can be the ones to protect Lumios, then people will finally see us differently. So they're saying that AZ is a villain and Team Flare is the good guys. Do you understand? We were mere children, born to those who chose to join Team Flare. And yet we too become pariahs in the eye of society when Team Flare was disbanded. But we couldn't just leave Lumios. The city is our home too, and we love it as much as anyone else. The only reason Team Flare existed was to make Lumios better, to make all of Kalos better. At Novo Cafe, we've worked hard to provide coffee to those who have little else. And as as we've worked there, we've also heard the voices of Lumios's people. Sorry. We understand the city better than anyone else. We know its people better than anyone else. So if you really want to face me in battle, you'll need more than just a challenger's ticket. You'll need to be ready to hand over AZ's Floette to me. I must become the strongest Pokemon trainer by battling my way up through the ZA Royale. I must become the strongest Mega Evolution user. So I will be the one to restrain Prism Tower with AZ's Floette. Go talk with the rest of the Team MZ and decide what it is you really ought to do. It's time they all learned of AZ's sins. Now go back to Hotel Z. Wow. Okay, this is crazy. This is very crazy. Oh my gosh. So I need to go back to Hotel Z. Why is that? Oh, right. Here we go. Looks like I need to talk with AZ. Here we go. You've returned. I heard from Emma what leads you were following up on. I imagine you've learned so much of my tale by now. Isn't that right? Hi. Oh, Real 28. Did you manage to find Grisham? He's the guy from the cafe. No kidding. I went digging into the rumors about Grisham and with Emma after our chat. It sounds like he's one formidable trainer. Plus, he's part of this group Team Flare Novu, and he's been gathering all sorts of info about Lumios from customers at Nova Cafe. He even seems to know something weird's going on with Prism Tower. AZ, is there any chance you could tell us more about the tower, given the situation? They don't know. Yes, I've also been thinking it is time I talk to you all about it. Come, we can speak on the roof. The roof? Oh yeah, because we can see the tower from there, which is now covered by this giant box. Real 28, you know the ultimate weapon, don't you? Yes, I know the truth now, or I went to Lysander's lab. Which one should I choose? I went to Lysander's lab. I had to tell the truth. Then I shall tell you of the terrible sins I have committed and of my regrets. Hmm? In the war that occurred 3,000 years ago, many things were lost. So many Pokemon had their future stolen. Pokemon lost people lost the everyday lives they'd known. And my Floette was sent to the front line where she lost her life. I made a device, a machine that could grant life. Also that I could revive my beloved Floette. I brought Floette back to life. I got back what I had loved most. But my rage had not subsided. I could not forgive the world that had hurt the Pokemon that I loved. In my rage, I remade my device into the ultimate weapon. I put an end to the senseless conflict that would have taken everything from us by becoming destruction itself. The light fired from the ultimate weapon, reached the heavens, then poured down, burning away all that rested upon the earth. But Floette must have known the truth. She must have realized that the life I had given her was stolen from so many other Pokemon. She left me, and I wandered alone for 3,000 years. So he's 3,000 years old? Or how old is he? Gosh darn. Seriously? For 3,000 whole years? During those long years of aimless wandering, a man of great power asked me for my help. He said he wanted a way to protect Kalos. At this, I thought to myself, I cannot make another device that would take from others. But perhaps I can make one that would share the eternal life I had bestowed on Floette. That is what Ange is. That is what is hidden deep within Prism Tower. I built Angie to give meaning to the eternal life I had burdened Floette with. It was, in one sense, my attempt to atone to Floette for what I'd done. I dreamed of the day when I could use Angie after reuniting with Floette at last. That day did not come to pass. That day did not come to pass. But that was because we were living in a time of peace. But now Angie, the tower is emitting excessive amount of mega power, even without Mega Floette present. Mega Floette? This is only conjecture. This is only conjecture on my part. But I believe it may be related to the ultimate weapon being fired 5 years ago. The shock awoke Angie and has caused the mega power contained within it to spill forth. It has led to this rampant rogue mega evolution. The Pokemon suffer. The people come to harm. There is only one way to put an end to the pain. A mega evolution user must mega evolve Floette and together reach the control panel within Angie. I never could have imagined that you and Floette had that kind of history. And the tower too. So we need the strongest Mega Evolution user to stop the tower from going berserk. I have a question. Why would Floette be able to Mega Evolve at all? Normally Pokemon can only Mega Evolve when they aren't capable of evolving any further. Shouldn't Floette be able to evolve to Florges? My Floette cannot evolve. Perhaps because she is such a special Pokemon, having received to the lives of so many others. Though that is only my conjecture. Floette returning to my side again after 3,000 years was an act of forgiveness. But she likely was returned. But she likely also returned to me so that I could atone for my sins by stopping the tower. However, I no longer have it in me to do battles as a trainer. I mean, yeah, I guess you might have kept all these events into motion, AZ. But I'm sure you never dreamed the tower would go berserk like this. That doesn't matter. AZ still made this awful mess, and Team MZ is stuck cleaning it up. Naveen, I appreciate that AZ is trying to right his wrongs, and I owe him as much as any of us do. I don't want to be the bad guy any more than the rest of you, but accountability matters. You do realize we might die trying to fix all this, don't you? Naveen is correct in what he says. I continue to cause you children nothing but trouble because of my own powerlessness. I am truly sorry. I understand, AZ. Just leave this to Team MZ. Really, 28? It's up to us to keep the tower from going wild. And that means you've got to beat Grisham. I'll win for sure. Knew we could count on you, Real 28. We'll be the ones to stop the tower, not Grisham and Team Flare Nobu. Alright, it's time you go challenge Grisham to a promotion match. Thank you. I will forever be grateful for meeting you all, my dear Team MZ. Okay, so I don't have Floette with me, but I will have the time. I will actually defeat Grisham in the next video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please share, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for future videos. Until then, I'll see you guys on TikTok and on YouTube. Peace out.